What's up, guys? Back home from another long day of work, and I was having a great day. So let's just come in and ruin the whole thing by looking at what's happening right now in our world. So, popped open the old Google News first thing from the New York Times, and no, I'm not going to buy the article because, I mean, look at that. $1 a week? I can't afford that. I'm out here working semi minimum wage. You know what I mean? So, why won't Europe help Trump in Iran? Let's count the reasons. Well, I got 10 fingers. How many reasons? I mean, geez, I don't think I have enough reasons. I don't think I have enough fingers for the amount of reasons why there could have possibly have been. Why wouldn't Europe, who has never been bombed by Iran, just like we haven't, hasn't been outright attacked by Iran, much like we haven't either. Why wouldn't they want to help us out in this completely unnecessary war that we've just taken on? Europe wants President Trump to end the war in Iran as fast as possible. Oh, you and me both, dude. We can go out there and have some shepherd's pie on St. Patrick. Well, I guess that would be an Irish thing, right? Whatever. Mr. Trump wants Europe's help relieving the only real pressure point that could force him to do that. Let's go. Reason number one. They never wanted this war and don't want to be a part of it. Us either. Us either. Us working people that are actually working 9 to 5 or 8 to 5 and actually paying taxes. We don't want our tax dollars going into this ridiculous freaking war. That's a good question. Let's test that. Let's test that theory out real quick. How much money has been spent on? Oh, look, it's already there. People are already asking this. Let's see. Let's see what the Google thinking machine has for us. The United States has spent approximately $12 billion on the ongoing military conflict with Iran as of March 17th. $12 billion. Yet, we cannot afford to forgive student loan debt for those people who are actually trying to better their lives. We can't afford universal school lunches. We can't afford some sort of healthcare plan which doesn't outright suck. But whatever, right? What do I know? I'm just a tax-paying, concerned American citizen, right? So they never wanted this war, and they don't want to be a part of it. Us either. United States and Israel launched their first strikes on Iran late last month without consulting the allies in Europe and everywhere else. No surprise there. What's reason number two? Oh, it's not NATO's job. Because why in the world would it be? Trump has invoked the Transatlantic Security Alliance, which requires its members to aid America if they're attacked. He scolded NATO members in Europe for not answering the call. For over 40 years, we're protecting you, and you don't want to be involved, Mr. Trump said on Monday. Go, man. Just take a long walk off of a short pier, dude. Like it. To which European officials reply, "That's not how NATO works." Well, no freaking shiz. You know what I mean? Of course, the man is the president of the free world, right? Of the biggest free superpower in the world, and he doesn't understand the way NATO works. You guys want another one? That's because I mean, there's some people who what does NATO do? This is just like stuff you can do at home. This isn't even hard. The North Atlantic Treaty Organization, or NATO, is a political and military alliance of 32 countries of Europe and North America that protects its members' freedom and security through a collective defense, ensuring that an attack against one is treated as an attack against all. The only problem with that would be is that we have not been outright attacked by Iran. What is happening? And once again, this goes back to, if we're going to just start these insane wars, why are we not consulting Congress on this? Just the stuff that just boggles my mind, right? As a taxpaying citizen who's footing the bill for $12 billion. Ridiculous. What's the third reason? They don't think it'll work. Hey, us either. Shipping in the Strait of Hormuz is so precarious because even a single armed Iranian speedboat can take out an oil tanker. Oh wow! You would think that that was something that like these great military minds that we have in Trump's cabinet might have thought of before just laying waste, right, to yet another country and getting into a needless war and putting our own military servicemen at risk. Just classic stupidity from the White House, which has brought us everything but. And even if it did work, it could prolong the war. The Iranian induced surge in global oil prices is raising costs for drivers and other consumers across Europe and the United States. Ah, yeah. If you've been out to any like gas pumps recently, we've noticed it has been affecting us negatively. Thank you for just stating the obvious. Obvious to us, obvious to Europe, apparently, to those are our neighbors across the pond, right? Which we only care about and we only will pander to when Trump wants their help in a war that he had no business in. He's the equivalent of that drunk friend that we have that has never professionally boxed, not a great fighter, not very tall, super aggressive, likes the more he drinks, gets a huge mouth, huge bravado, gets himself into a just a terrible bar fight, and then turns to us and is like, "Hey Rick, you gonna come and pack me up?" No, dude. No, I didn't tell you to take that Jaeger bomb off of that waitress's belly button an hour and a half ago. I told you that was a bad idea. I told you not to shoot Bacardi 51. Yet here we are. I'm not hey, this is not my battle, dude. This ain't my fight. And that's the viewpoint we should have as Americans, and that's the viewpoint that obviously Europe has on their end. So that's pretty much it. You can read 988 comments, and I'm sure if I wrote the comments, it would be nothing but just like the best, most optimistic people that you've ever heard from in your entire life, right? So anyway, if you guys hadn't heard about that, the war that's completely unnecessary, that's jacking up oil prices for everybody and making it harder for us to get to and from work, yeah, now apparently just as stupid to the rest of the world as it is to us, and $12 billion that from the conservative party, right, that's supposed to conserve money, is just, once again, just blank checks for the military industrial complex. But when it comes to actually working people and people that actually need it, well, that's just blanks, nothing. So anyway, guys, hope I didn't ruin your day too much. I know for sure, damn sure I started to ruin mine by reading this article. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.